All right. Good evening, everybody. So I'm gonna be off camera on this video. Quite frankly, I just don't feel like being on it, so it's all good. You'll just have to deal with it. So, look, I'm gonna give some updates here. I'm gonna go over midterm update. As you can see on the chart, it looks absolutely freaking insane, and that is the day chart. That is not a 1 minute chart, or freaking 1 second, or 5 minutes, or 15, or 1 hour, or 4 hours. That is a 1 day chart. The daily, excuse me. Sorry. So having said that, I'm gonna go over the update on midterm. I'm gonna talk about the platinum wrap token because I have an update on that and the update on our launch pad. I'm not going to do a bunch of share screens on all of this. Just use your imagination. If you're following us on X, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's all good. As far as like platinum wrap token, what I'll do is I'll put the Instagram link in the description. Y'all can, if y'all have an IG, y'all can go over there and just kind of follow the updates on IG. So look, so midterm looks absolutely gorgeous right now, as you can see on the daily. Let me just slide this down right here. So, since launch, what are we at? February 28th to now, it's been nothing but green. Actually, let me see what the 1 week looks like. Okay, that's filthy. So that's the 1 week chart, which is insane. Nothing but green. But there is a reason for that. So I will go over that here in a minute. Let me go put it back to the day chart and we'll leave it at that. So what we did with midterm, and obviously, the narrative for midterm is obviously going to play out itself once the midterms start popping off. I think y'all are well aware of political season in the United States. Um, it will be the most searched word um, on Google, on X, wherever. It's just going to be straight nasty. Y'all know how politics plays out here. Everybody's going to be shilling it. Trump, the Democrats, the Republicans, all of the influencers on all of the platforms are going to be. They're going to get their hands on the midterm narrative because they want the clicks and the revenue. So the narrative alone is going to push this insanely high. So, and then on top of that, we haven't even pushed it on our end, really. I mean, we have a few bull posters. Shout out to Kubo, but other than that, we haven't even. I haven't even thought about reaching out to anybody. And sorry, I'm trying to adjust my chair. I haven't even reached out to a call or a marketer yet, but we'll eventually get around to it. But let me explain, and I have already explained that just the reason why the chart looks like this, and uh, this absolutely retarded market that we're in, full of degens and losers and cheats. Y'all see the same stuff that I see. So when we created midterm, it was very simple. It was not complicated. Now it's probably complicated for the space to understand because y'all are just used to everything being a scam. Everything's bundled, pre-sales, airdrops. You're not included, you're a loser. If you're not an insider, you're a loser. And you know it. The data says that you ain't making no money. I know damn well that you're not. And you can't flex online. I haven't even seen anybody flex any Lambos in years. That's how pathetic the space is. Having said that, all of our launches, and it started with midterm, but all of our future launches, which are going to include uh, the platinum wrap token, they're all decentralized. So basically, what that means for those of you who do not know, decentralized in crypto terms mean there's no one entity that can control the contract, the model, the token, the project, whatever the case may be. And I hate saying it, but basically, Bitcoin is decentralized, right? There's no entity that can control it. Um, because that's the way it was coded and created and built. Same thing with midterm. It's just we launched it on Solana. And all of the launches within our Launchpad are going to be fully decentralized, meaning with midterm, we launched it, we jammed the whole supply into the LP and we locked it. So off of RIP, there's no supply for anybody. We didn't get any. There's no insiders that got any. We don't even have any supply to send the calls or marketers. Basically, there's no supply control, and that's why the charts look the way they do right this moment, because there was no supply control given out to anyone. So the very few red candles that we have, those are buyers. Those are people that had to buy before they had to sell. And that's the way it should be, right? So, as y'all are well aware, most launches, I would probably say 99% of them are bundled to hell. So anywhere from 30 to 80% of the supply is being controlled. Their charts don't look like this. Now, we need to get the volume up, honestly, but the space will take care of that. The point is we've allowed this to run because the people that are holding are not Jeets. They're not sellers right now. They're going to let this cook. This is nothing. We're barely at a 50K market cap, which, by the way, once we hit 50K market cap, I forgot to mention, 0.5% of the creator fees will now go back into buying midterm. So that hasn't even triggered yet. So once that triggers, we'll start getting some more, we'll get some Launchpad creator fee volume flowing into the chart as well. So this is true decentralization on Solana. This is a project where at 50K market cap, even though it's $22, and I created that on purpose, I wanted it to look like that. I don't want 10 zeros in front of the first digit. That's childish. That's immature. That's de-Jenny. None of our tokens will look like that, by the way. So price-wise, I'm not starting them out with a freaking quadrillion token supply. It's not needed. That's stupid. And that's something, that's a narrative that got picked up over time because degens are like, oh my God, for $100, I can have 5 quadrillion tokens. I'm going to be rich. Well, unfortunately, none of y'all have gotten rich, so that's some dumb shit. So we've moved past that. It's time to mature and grow up, everybody. So the point is this has been allowed to run because there is nobody controlling the supply as an insider or a nefarious actor within the crypto space. Do we have some whales? Absolutely. Do we have a whale chat? Absolutely. We know internally who the whales are because we have it's called a 5% Apex whale group. It's private. Once you buy a 5% position on any of our tokens, you get invited to the whale group, and we know who you are. Mature adults. Not children, not the kids that we see floating around Telegram. Wind Dex listing. That's some faggot gay shit, and we've eliminated it from our Launchpad and our projects. And again, that is why this looks the way that it does, because it's decentralized. It's very simple, everybody. This is not hard. It is not complicated. If this had any kind of volume, this shit's running to $100 like that. Kaboom! But we'll get there in due time, and that's why I picked the midterm, because it's going to be a year-long cook anyway. So that is why midterm chart looks the way that it does. Very simple. This was not hard to build because we don't have to sit around with angst and anger and just stupidity wondering which call's going to sell, which dev's going to sell, which insider's going to sell, because they don't exist in our project. You'll never, nobody, including me, Jennifer, the team, the whales, the calls, the promoters, the influencers, whoever it is, they will never get any tokens sent to them for free. Those days are over. You can whine and cry about it all you want, but that's why the chart looks the way that it does. And we're going to keep it moving. Now, let me talk about Wrap Token real quick. I'm going to screen share the X page. All right, so here we go. So with the Platinum Wrap Token, I'm going to explain this. So once our Launchpad is completed, which it should be any day now, hopefully it's next week. All we're waiting is for the wallet integration to be coded into the. I think the back end's done. We're just waiting for the front end to get done. So moving on. So sorry, I can hear Jennifer on her. She's on a phone call across the house. So when it comes to the wrap token, so this we already have a few wrappers ready, or they're going to back this off of RIP. You're more than welcome to visit the X page and the X community. I'll put the link in the description along with the Instagram account as well. So the what wrap token is going to be, it's going to be a rap and a hip hop industry token. We're going to launch it the same that we did with MIDTERM. It's going to be fully decentralized. No rappers are going to get an inside position. We're not going to get an inside position. Our whales are not going to get an inside position. We're going to launch the wrap token fully decentralized. 100% of the LP, the supply is going to be locked off of RIP and the LP. And then obviously we're going to throw some Solana in it to match it 1-to-1 LP to market cap ratio. And then we're going to let the space do what it's supposed to do. And the fact that we've relieved all of the nefarious actors from all of our projects, there should be no sell pressure, and these tokens should run for a while off a RIP. Because people are going to take profits, and that's okay. We want people to make money, right? I think that's what's happened to the space. Everybody yells and screams, "Oh my God, he sold!" Yeah, motherfucker, he's supposed to. He bought, so he sells. Deal with it. Like, what the hell's happened? Y'all just gone full retard in this space, and it's kind of pathetic. Which is why when you get on X, the space is where it's at now, because y'all are just fucking pathetic. I hate to say it, you're all losers. So it's time for everybody to go back to the old school when we were all making money in 2021 and get to fucking work. Anyways, so the wrap token, we'll be able to onboard rappers, promotion and influencer wise, because we can just put them on a stable coin payroll at that point, because we utilize the creator fees that are generated from the trading volume through our Launchpad, and we can pay them in stable. So we don't have to apply pressure to the chart by giving out token supply. Don't y'all get it? This is very simple. So the wrap token is going to be backed. We're going to launch it, and we're going to have real life. Again, let me repeat, real life rappers and hip hop artists flexing and influencing the token on their IG, on their TikTok, on their YouTube. I mean, we could take Skrill, for example. Skrill's my boy. He's getting over 200 million views on his YouTube channel a month. What do you think Skrill's going to do once this launches? It's going to be promotion. And the same with Shoddy and everybody else who we have on board now. And as we onboard more rappers and more influencers, more hip hop artists within the rap community, then they're going to push. They're going to market, and they will be included, because I will be able to, or let me rephrase that, we will be able to utilize the Launchpad for actually the good of the space instead of wrecking all you dumbasses, right? So as we onboard in rappers, I can just I can add their wallet into the back end of the UI and give them a percentage of the creator fee drip, and they will get paid in stable coins. And now everybody's happy. See what we're doing here? Everybody, basically, we're creating a business, which we already have, right? Legal X Global LLC, and we're going to be able to add influencers or promoters or whoever it is on a payroll. And we'll be, because we have the ability now to move the creator fees wherever we want. I have unlimited control, which none of y'all have, by the way. So, and we do. So this is the leverage that we now have as a Launchpad to now move the space where I kind of want to go personally, away from little fucking cartoon retards out. That stuff is dumb. It is stupid, dumb, and whatever, and it's all cabal driven. That's fine, and obviously y'all losers are losing all your money. So we're going to try. We're going this angle now. I'm going to move into the Web 2 space. We're going to go and bring on real people that have a real audience, that have real influence, and we're going to allow them now to push the token on their time with their audience, and now they are now protected from nefarious actors because they can't be one. The team is not nefarious because it's fully decentralized. Do y'all kind of see what we're building here? And we're going to constantly do that with all of our tokens. When we start forking all of these meme reward tokens, it's going to be the same. And I'm dealing with some pretty big YouTubers right now in the car sector. I'm not going to drop names until we actually have final deals done. But this is our model. This is about to blow up eventually because we're going to run a full decentralized Launchpad, and we're going to keep everybody out. All of the nefarious bullshitters that they're had their hands out. Gimme, gimme, gimme. What are you going to give me, Scott? What are you going to give me, Scott? How many tokens are you going to give me? You're not getting shit. You're going to buy your bag and you're going to work for it because now everybody's protected from the insider sell-offs. That's what decentralization means. So y'all will eventually get your head wrapped around all this, and it's okay. But that's why midterm. Let me get back to the midterm chart. Sorry. And that's why the midterm chart looks the way that it does, because there is nobody on the inside ready to wreck your ass. And it's going to be the same thing with the wrap token and all of our forked rewards tokens, which we're going to be launching too. And all we're waiting for is, like I said, the wallet integration to be complete. Once that is complete, we are going to rock and roll. Now, I'm not going to do a share screen, but I will mention what we will be able to do because I'm looking at it. I'm looking at some of the private photos from the UI. So once we configure the creator fee percentage, from there, we as a team will now be able to go into our back office and adjust by percentage where the creator fees go. So calls, if I have an in-house call team, I can divide a percentage of the creator fees to the calls. I can do it. I can let's see here. It looks like I can create rewards. Now, I'm not going to launch with that, but I have the ability to do it. We're going to do it down the road because we're going to see how the space takes to it. But I can basically, if I want to right now, I can fund every single holder if I want. I can redistribute creator fees to every holder. Is Pump Fund doing that right now? Nope. I can buy back and burn. I can strengthen the liquidity pool. What else can I do? Oh, if I have a marketing wallet, I can divulge that publicly, and I can divulge some of the creator fees over there. I'm not going to do it because we don't need it. Because we're not going to do a separate marketing wallet. So I'm not going to do it. And then we have the ability to do a custom wallet. Whatever we want to do, I can do, which is badass, right? So as a company and as a launch pad, we now will have the ability to, as we launch a project, I can set it up. I can do everything custom on the back end. We can go live, and then it will be up to the space to finally go make your money. And this model is the only thing left. I hate to tell you this. I'm not trying to sound like this is it for everybody, but technically this is it for everybody because we're not keeping the fees. Yeah, we're keeping a little small percentage, but everything's going back into the chart. You know, and all of our launches, the same thing with Wrap Token. Wrap Token is probably going to be the first thing we launch along with one of the rewards forks on the memes. Once you hit 50K, a 0.5%, that's a 0.5% of the creator fees go back into buying the chart. So every 50K threshold, so at 50K, 100K, 150K, 200K, you get the idea. That comes from the platform itself, a 0.5%. That's insane. Constantly buying the chart, constantly buying the chart. Add the ability for us to, build our own in-house internal marketing and call team. I could set aside a percentage of the creator fees to pay them in stables. It keeps them off of supply. It allows the chart to run. My whales, we have a 5% whale program. They get a percentage of the creator fees too for being whale holders. They hold their 5%. Well, guess what? We're going to fund them in stable coins. It keeps them holding. And that is why midterm looks the way that it does. And I said this in the beginning of the video. We know who the whales are. We know exactly who's holding, and they haven't sold shit. And they're not going to, because we're at 44K market cap. What the fuck? You see what we're building here? It's absolutely insane. So eventually the space will finally get, detached from the teat that is pump fund and all the scams and the cabal driven, launches that y'all are getting wrecked on. And you'll eventually slide on over to our Launchpad, because we're going to constantly make sure that every launch decentralized, no insiders, no bundles, no drops, no pre-sales, no nothing. Do not ask for a handout. You will not be getting them. But in return, you get a chart like midterm. As of now, we are a month and a week into the launch, and look at it. Nobody's sold shit. It's insane. So I would imagine, like I said, all of our launches will look like this, because the holders, they want this to run. So why would they cheat? They're stupid, especially at 50K market cap. But guess what? We've eliminated the fear. That's the main thing, right? We've eliminated the angst, the anger, the fear. You don't have to feel like you have to cheat your bag, because guess what? Ain't nobody going to cheat on you. There's no insiders that control the supply. Game over, folks. Now it's up to y'all. It's been built and it's about to go live. It's been built. It's done. We're just ready for the wallet integration, and it's game on. And we'll see who the players are in this space. We will see how many marketers and how many calls in the crypto space contact me personally and say, Scott, I want in. We'll see what they do, because they're not getting any supply. So what it does is it allows us as a platform to see who really in the space is really in it to move it forward, or are they really in it just to fill their own bags, which there's nothing wrong with that. But don't project out to the space that, oh man, I'm here for the space. We're going to find out. Because as a pusher and a call and an influencer, you should not want token supply. You should want to protect the sanctity of the chart. We'll pay in stables. That's what you want anyways. We're going to find out who the players are in this space, and that will be interesting. But anyway, that's that for now. I just kind of want to give y'all an update, get you a nice fat bag of midterm, and hold that shit and let this thing run. Once we hit 50K market cap, the buybacks start from the platform, and then it's game on. And then we'll kind of keep everybody updated on our next launches. So y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all later.